Have you ever wondered why some people seem to learn English very fast, while others study for years and still feel stuck? Maybe you have asked yourself, what is their secret? Do they have a special talent? Or is there something simple that anyone can do to make English learning easier? Today, I want to share with you the best English learning tips that really work. These are not difficult or complicated methods. These are small, clear, and simple steps that you can use in your daily life. Even if you are a complete beginner, these tips will help you understand English better, speak with more confidence, and enjoy the process. Stay with me until the end, because I promise these tips can change the way you learn forever and give you the motivation to keep going. Chapter 1. Listening is the first door. When I first started learning English, I did not know how to speak even a single sentence. Every time I heard someone speaking English, I felt lost and afraid. The words sounded strange, and I could not understand anything. I thought maybe English was too hard for me, and I almost gave up. But then, something changed. One day a teacher told me, "If you want to learn English, start by listening." At first, I did not believe it. I thought, how can listening help me if I don't understand? But I decided to try, and that small decision opened the first door to learning English. I began to listen every single day. I listened to English songs on the radio, even though I did not know the meaning of the words. I listened to short English stories online. I listened to simple conversations in English movies. At first, I felt confused. The words came too quickly and I understood almost nothing. But I kept going. I told myself, don't stop. Just keep listening. And slowly, something wonderful started to happen. I began to hear words again and again. The same sounds returned, and I started to recognize them. The words that once felt like noise began to feel familiar, like small friends that came back to visit me each day. Listening is powerful because it trains your ears before your mouth. Think about a baby. A baby listens to their parents for many months before they say their first word. They don't study grammar or read books. They just listen. And then one day, without warning, they begin to speak. Learning English works the same way. When you listen often, your brain becomes used to the rhythm, the sound, and the music of English. You may not understand everything, but your brain is working in the background, connecting the sounds and preparing you to speak. I remember one special moment that changed everything for me. I was listening to a simple story about a boy and his dog. I had listened to it many times before, but one evening, as I sat in my room, I suddenly understood a whole sentence. The boy said, "My dog is very happy today." It was a simple sentence, but for me it was a miracle. For the first time, the sounds were clear, the meaning was clear, and I felt proud of myself. That moment was a spike in my journey because I realized that listening works. If I could understand one sentence, then I could understand more in the future. My fear began to disappear, and I felt free. Listening every day builds confidence step by step. The more you listen, the easier it becomes. In the beginning, it is normal to feel lost. But if you keep going, one day you will notice that your ears are catching words and phrases without effort. It is like learning to ride a bicycle. At first, you fall many times, but then one day, you find your balance, and suddenly you are riding smoothly. That is exactly what happens with listening. One of the best ways to practice listening is through stories. Stories are special because they have meaning, emotion, and pictures in your mind. When you listen to a story, you don't just hear words, you feel them. I used to listen to simple children's stories in English. The language was easy and the voices were slow. Sometimes I listened while walking, sometimes before sleeping. Slowly, these stories became part of me. I could repeat some sentences without even trying. Songs are also a wonderful tool for listening. When I was learning, I often listened to English songs, even if I only understood a few words. Music has rhythm, and rhythm makes words easier to remember. I remember one song that had the word beautiful many times. After listening to that song again and again, I learned the word without studying it. The music made it natural. Songs stay in your mind, and they help you remember words without hard work. Another helpful way is to listen to daily conversations. Movies, cartoons, or even short YouTube videos are great. When I watched cartoons, the voices were clear, and the words were simple. I didn't understand everything, but I caught a few words, and every time I caught one new word, I felt like a winner. That small success gave me energy to keep learning. Listening also teaches you how words are pronounced. Sometimes when we read, we don't know how to say the word. But when we listen, we hear the correct sound, the correct stress, and the correct rhythm. This makes speaking easier later. I remember reading the word enough and saying it wrongly. But after listening to someone use it, I learned the right sound, and I never forgot it. Listening saved me from many mistakes. So if you are a beginner, remember this. Listening is the first door. It is the door that opens the world of English for you. Don't worry if you don't understand everything. Don't stop because it feels hard. Just keep listening every day, even for 10 minutes. Slowly, you will feel the change. One day, you will hear a word, then a sentence, then a full conversation. And when that day comes, you will smile and know that your journey has truly begun. Listening is not only practice, it is also courage. Every time you listen, you are telling yourself, I can do this. And that belief is more powerful than anything else. When I lost my fear through listening, I felt like I had wings. I knew I could fly into English with confidence. And you can too. Chapter 2. Speaking Without Fear. After I had spent many months listening, something inside me began to change. The sounds of English no longer felt like noise. I could recognize words, sometimes even short sentences, and this gave me hope. But then a new challenge appeared. I realized that listening alone was not enough. If I wanted to truly use English, I needed to open my mouth and speak. And that was when fear returned. Speaking was harder than listening, because it was no longer about just hearing. It was about me producing the words, me showing my voice, and me taking a risk. The first time I tried to speak English, My hands were shaking. I was in class, and the teacher asked everyone to introduce themselves in English. I knew a few sentences. My name is, I am from, I like. But when my turn came, my mind went completely blank. My heart was beating fast, and my mouth felt dry. Somehow, I managed to say, My name is, and then silence. Everyone looked at me, and I wanted to disappear. That day, I promised myself I would never speak again. But then I remembered the lesson I had learned from listening. In the beginning, listening was difficult too. I felt lost, but I kept going, and slowly I improved. Maybe speaking was the same. Maybe I only needed to practice again and again until the fear disappeared. So I gave myself a new rule. Speak English every single day, even if it is only one sentence. At first, I spoke alone in my room. I looked in the mirror and said simple phrases. Good morning. How are you? I am fine. I like tea. My sentences were not perfect, but they were mine. I was building my confidence step by step. Talking to myself was like training before a big game. It prepared me to face real conversations. Later, I started to use what I call shadowing. Shadowing means you listen to a sentence and repeat it immediately, like an echo. I listened to short audio clips or videos, and I repeated the sentences out loud, trying to copy the sound, the rhythm, and the speed. At first, it was difficult. My tongue felt heavy, and my words were not clear. But after many days, my mouth became faster, my voice became stronger, and my fear started to fade away. One of the most powerful spikes in my journey happened when I accidentally spoke English with a stranger. I was at a train station, and a tourist asked me, "Excuse me, do you know where the bus stop is?" For a moment, I froze. My old fear returned. But then, without thinking, I said, "Yes, go straight and turn left." The tourist smiled and said, "Thank you." That small moment felt like magic. I had just helped someone using English. I did not use perfect grammar, but I communicated, and that was enough. After that day, I knew I could speak without fear. The truth is, speaking is not about being perfect. It is about being brave. Many learners wait until they know all the rules before speaking, but that day never comes. You don't need perfect grammar to start. You don't need big vocabulary to start. You only need courage to open your mouth. Mistakes are not a problem. They are your teachers. Every mistake shows you what to improve, and every word you speak makes your next word easier. I also learned a small trick that made speaking fun. I turned daily life into practice. When I made tea, I said in English, "I am making tea." When I walked outside, I said, "I am going to the shop." I described my actions in simple English. Nobody was listening, but I was speaking. This habit gave me daily practice, and slowly my tongue became comfortable with English. Another way I reduced my fear was by speaking with friends who were also learners. We made an agreement. We would only speak English together for 10 minutes every day. At first, we laughed a lot because our sentences were broken and our words were strange. But slowly, we improved together. Speaking with someone who also makes mistakes makes you feel safe. It reminds you that you are not alone. The fear of speaking usually comes from the thought, what if people laugh at me? But here is the truth. Most people don't laugh. In fact, most people are kind and patient when they see you are trying. I remember speaking with a shopkeeper in English for the first time. I made many mistakes, but instead of laughing, he smiled and helped me. That day, I understood that fear lives only in the mind. Once you speak, the fear disappears. Speaking is also about creating small victories. The first victory is saying one sentence. The second victory is having a short conversation. The third victory is making a friend in English. Each small victory builds your confidence, and confidence is the key to learning. When you are confident, your brain works better, your words flow easier, and your learning becomes faster. So if you feel afraid to speak, remember my story. I was once silent, shy, and scared. But by practicing daily, by talking to myself, by shadowing, and by speaking with friends, I broke the wall of fear. Today, I can speak freely, and you can too. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait until you know everything. Start today with one simple sentence. Say it out loud. Then tomorrow, say 2 sentences. Day by day, your fear will shrink and your voice will grow stronger. Speaking without fear is not a gift. It is a habit. And like every habit, it begins with one small step. Take that step today, and you will discover the freedom that comes when your voice finds its place in English. Chapter 3. Reading Brings New Worlds. After I had trained my ears with listening and built my courage with speaking, I discovered another secret door in my English journey.